So let's get into it. And Hernan joined us. One of my business partners is watching. Thanks, buddy. I'm actually going to be talking about you first of all. So I was talking with Hernan. I'm in Washington, D.C. right now. That's why this looks a little bit different. And having a meeting with several of my partners in another business. And we were talking as a follow-up to his podcast episode about dealing with hiring and making those first hires. And then this was a really good coincidence because somebody else in the Facebook group was asking about how to manage without micromanaging the things I have delegated. And so this to me is really interesting in terms of, you've got to make those hires. A lot of people understand it. I need a VA, I need this, I need that. But maybe you get to that point where you're hiring a VA and you realize you're micromanaging, or it doesn't feel like you freed up any time. And so one of the ways we were talking about this is to be proactive in getting your VAs or your employees to be proactive and asking them or giving them a little leeway. Obviously, you want them to follow a process and you want to make sure that you have that set up for them, and that's on you. But then once they've shown that they can do this and do it effectively, get back to them and say, hey, could you let me know if there's anything maybe that you want to do, anything you excel at? Do you notice that there's better ways to do this process? Because if they're the ones doing it, they probably have the experience after anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. It can really get you some feedback there. And then as far as, not micromanaging what you've delegated, you've got to check the process. And if it's working, then the process works. If it's failing, you need to fix it. And if it fails and it's not the process, then maybe you've got the wrong person doing the right process. And you need to look at that, right? Because not every employee or virtual assistant is going to work out 100%. And so you need to look at that. And then beyond that, look at the results. Are you getting the results you want from this task? If you are, then stop micromanaging, stop putting your hand in, stop helping out. And, that may involve a long time depending on some of these processes. But over time, you'll find that you can remove yourself. And a lot of times where you're sticking, your nose where it doesn't belong, it might be because your process isn't as good as it should be. It's not complete enough for someone else to do it. Or that, you're just having issues pulling yourself out. But I think that's where you just look at the results and, am I getting done what I want to have done? Yes. Okay, then I don't need to be involved with that. Thanks for watching. You can stay up to date by subscribing right there. If you'd like to come join our free Facebook group about process, automation, productivity, all that good stuff, you can do that right there. Just answer the few quick questions and you'll be in.